Hello and welcome back to Jordan of Time, my 199 at a time Hardcore Ironman. It's been 5 weeks since I recorded my last video, and this is where I'm at now. I'm at level 97. I didn't manage to hit my target of 99. But I have an excuse. I spent the first 3 weeks in Japan, enjoying time away with my spouse and celebrating our anniversary and their birthday. Whilst we were there, I averaged a whopping 8k XP a day, meaning I only gained around 170,000 XP over 3 weeks. I'd thought that I'd have managed to get close to a level whilst I was there, but alas, it was not to be. No worry, 2 weeks to get 5 levels shouldn't have been an issue, but Pokemon Legends ZA released, and I've suddenly lost 3 days to playing that non-stop. By the end of the release weekend, I'd already played 40 hours of Pokemon and 0 hours of Old School. So yeah, I'm behind schedule by about 5 or 6 days. That's mainly because of Pokemon and my overestimation of how much runecraft I'd be willing to do on mobile. But I really couldn't stand playing on mobile. If you're a mobile-only player, I feel like you are more masochistic than I. I have no idea how you can deal with having to click to move just 10 tiles or so at a time, the tiny click areas, and the general boredom which comes when playing on a phone. On a more positive note though, Sailing's release date has just been announced at the time I'm recording this bit of the video. I know it will have been out for about a week or so by the time this video comes out, but I'm still really excited to see a new skill in OSRS. I can't say I know much about the skill though, as I haven't been reading every news post about it or keeping up with every bit of discussion on the OSRS Discord. But it is definitely something I am looking forward to playing at some point in the future. Although it won't be for a while, as magic is way more important, and it shouldn't take too long to complete. I'll have to see what other skills gain XP alongside sailing before I decide when I'll be doing it. I know the cannons will give range XP, but maybe that's not the best way for me to level the skill. Who knows? But what I do know is that I really don't want to have another video with this boring runecraft content in the background. So I'll come back in a week or so's time when I should be hitting level 99. It's been 4.5 days, and I'm very close to using up the massive buffer of time I had for uploads. When I uploaded the first episode of this series to YouTube, I set the scheduled upload date to over 3 months in advance. I knew I'd be out of the country for 3 weeks, so I wanted to give myself that buffer from the start. I knew I'd probably also have a week or two where I wouldn't be able to play due to illness or other commitments, and I just wanted to be close to finishing crafting before I started the series, as it proved to be a bit of a slog. I thought that by the end of the year, I'd still have at least an episode or two of buffer. But it's not the end of the world. It means I'm finally reading comments from the previous episode when recording the current one. The only downside now is any boring grinds, farming, smithing, won't have the opportunity to get an extra week of grinding done without affecting the upload schedule. However, as more skills get unlocked, I'll be able to vary up the content a lot more, as quests will finally become more and more available as I meet the requirements to start them, or their rewards won't ruin the account. But enough blabbering on about that. It's time for the moment of truth. Over 2 months spent making blood and soul runes. And that's it. We're done. 10 air runes from each essence, and 2 death runes, and 3 sunfire runes. Wow. What an amazing thing. Well, may as well get the skill cape. We can buy it here. Okay. Let's have a look. It's a cape. Now, what does the emote look like? I don't think I've actually seen the runecraft one before. Yep, that's a skill cape emote, alright. Nothing special about it at all, is there? Well, that's done. Time to get onto an actual useful skill. And if I have done my maths correctly, if I have done my maths correctly, probably haven't. I didn't. I got a lot more than I needed to there. I only needed level 7. Now you're probably wondering why I need level 7. It's simply because I don't want to have to walk all the way back to the Arceus library. Because I'm not going to be able to train magic any way right now. Any meaningful way. Other than enchanting jewelry. I think Bones to Bananas is the first skill, like first non-combat one that I can do, realistically, other than these. I don't have any crossbow bolts to enchant. I could enchant them, I guess. Might go out, make them, or find them, I can't make them. I don't really want to be casting Bones to Bananas. My goal right now is this, level 33. But to do that, I'm going to need some more books. And to make books, to get books, I'm going to need to use one of my precious gold bars. And I'm going to need a cosmic rune and a water rune. I don't have a thing to enchant just yet. There is a furnace over here, right? No, that's just an anvil. The furnace is... Where is the furnace? I know there's one around. You'd think that I'd remember where stuff is. I know there's anvils everywhere. Is the nearest one? Oh, the nearest one's going to be Edgeville, isn't it? Yep. That's right. Well, let's go up to the Edgeville furnace then. Because whilst magic has a lot of teleports, which are helpful, there are also many other ways to teleport, and magic is the next skill because of the teleport. I need to be able to get around the map. Like, doing crafting and getting around for everything else is tedious. So having a way to get around is pretty much a requirement. So if I make a sapphire necklace, I believe I'm making the right thing here. Make me a games necklace. Yeah, and then I can go to the Wintertodd camp. I'm not doing fire making, but it's just a lot easier to run from here back down to the Arceus library rather than walking to Port Tharim and then taking a boat with Veos and having to go that way. So I'm going to get some more books. I'm going to level up. And I'll probably join you back when I'm not feeling as ill. So now I have the runecraft cape, and it's straight back to the Arceus library. I probably sounded like I didn't care about getting the runecraft cape in the last clip, and that's exactly right. It wasn't a fun grind, and the rewards for completion really aren't that good. But it has given me a nice stack of runes, so that's nice. I did say I was aiming for level 33, which is so I could cast Telekinetic Grab. And whilst that's important, as it finally gives me a way to get more gold bars, and thus allows me to make as much teleportation jewellery as I need, I decided to go a bit further. There's a place I'd like to visit. A place which I haven't been to for almost 20 years, and having a higher magic level when there would be great. I have not been here since I was a child. I have to actually enter the doorway, it's not a normal one. I can't remember anything about this place. But what I do know is there was an update that put a bank in here, so that's a good thing. It's up here, right? Yeah, there it is. But more importantly, I know that it's a place where I can get nature runes. I need to talk with someone downstairs, okay? Right, now can I have a look in the Guardian shop? So, I could buy nature runes here, which are expensive. 1 rune for this? But this is something I want. So, I'm going to need a lot of points. And I don't really remember how to play this game. So, and I've not got many lore runes either. That's not good. But we'll try and get some points. We'll get 100 of them. Is that enough for a telekinetic grab? Is it 1 of each? Yeah. So, let's try and get some points. We're mainly doing this for the levels, so it's not the worst thing. Okay, so we do 5 of them. Slow points. Don't remember how many we needed for the rune pouch, but I'm not actually going for that right now. It's a stretch goal, if you want to call it that. I'd rather get it in my own time. I'm not grinding for it. Getting this would be nice, but that's going to be a while to get. That's not too bad. That's probably 50 games. Is that right? That was fine. Yeah, about 50 telekinetic games, and then I don't know on the others. These would be nice, but I have no intention of getting them straight away. Same with these. I don't intend to spend a long time here. But there is another way I'd like to trade magic. And one that I'm more just testing rather than gonna commit to. I'll probably need some money to get through the gate at Alcarid. Don't know what the cooldown on this spell is. I've never used it before. It released, like the spell was introduced to the game after I started this account, so I've never had a chance to use it, because I only play on one account at a time. I don't have the mental capacity to do more than one at a time. It's this spell, Monster Inspect. I'm hoping there's not much of a cooldown and I can cast it on multiple things at the same time, essentially. So if I go like this, oh, do I have to close down after each one? Can I press escape? And that goes back to there. That seems annoying. But each time I use it, I am getting XP, right? Yeah, 31. It's a bit click intensive, but it's a way of gaining XP that uses these fairly useless runes, which is nice. I have no use for body runes, and I got so many of them from Guardians of the Rift. F6. So can I do that? No. I was hoping that I'd be able to... What if I press escape and F6? No. Oh, I was hoping that would close it down. I guess it's not really meant to be used as a trading method, but I'm gonna do it anyway because like I have no use for body runes. So that was okay. It wasn't really worth doing. I do feel like the Arceus Library is the faster magic gaining method for now, though. But I will definitely be going back to the mage training arena at some point. And that's where I'll end off this episode. Runecraft, done. Magic levels, gained. Combat levels, gained. The account is finally doing something which is useful. 43 magic, and finally some ease of travel around the world. Finally able to get gold bars easier too, so I can make as much jewellery as I need. I'm in high spirits once again, and looking forward to training a skill which doesn't suck. Subscribe to the channel to see if I manage to eat my words. I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye!